They say everyone has a price. Mine was my brother's life. I walked into a room full of monsters and offered myself as payment for a debt I didn't owe. $200,000. Money my reckless brother gambled away to the Korean Mafia. The man across the desk didn't smile. Didn't threaten. Just watched me with eyes colder than death. Kang Ji-hoon. They call him the Ice King. A man who hasn't shown mercy in a decade. You're a medical student, he said, like he already knew everything about me. Yes. Then you'll work for me. 1 year. You treat my people. You ask no questions. You tell no one. I should have run. Should have found another way. But when he looked at me with those dead eyes, I saw something I recognized. Pain. The kind that doesn't heal. The kind that keeps you awake at night. I didn't know then that I'd become his addiction. That he'd make me sing him to sleep like a lullaby. That I'd fall in love with the monster who owned me. Or that saving him would almost destroy us both. My name is Ada Okafor. And this is how I paid a debt with my heart. Welcome back to Afro-Korean Love Stories channel besties. Kindly hit the like and subscribe button as it will be of encouragement to me. Seoul, South Korea. Present day. Ada Okafor sits in the sterile waiting room of what looks like a legitimate investment firm. It's not. The building is in Gangnam. Expensive. Modern. The kind of place where criminals hide behind corporate legitimacy. Her younger brother, Chikwudi, everyone calls him Chitty, sits beside her. 23 years old. Terrified. Bruised. I'm sorry, he whispers for the 100th time. Ada, I'm so sorry. Ada doesn't respond. Can't. If she opens her mouth, she'll scream. $200,000. Her brother gambled it away in underground poker games, trying to make quick money to help with their mother's medical bills back in Nigeria. Instead, he borrowed from the worst people possible. And now the debt is due. The door opens. A man in an expensive suit, too young to be the boss, probably an enforcer, gestures for them to enter. Just Ada Okafor, he says in Korean accented English. Chitty grabs her arm. No. I'm the one who. It's okay. Ada stands, smoothing her simple dress. She wore her best outfit. Wanted to look respectable. Professional. Like someone worth keeping alive. The inner office is stunning. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlook Seoul. Minimalist furniture. Everything black, white, and gray. No warmth. No color. No life. Like the man behind the desk. Kang Ji-hoon doesn't look like a monster. He's beautiful, actually. Sharp jawline. Perfect features. Expensive suit tailored to perfection. But his eyes. His eyes are empty. Sit, he says in English. His voice is smooth. Controlled. The kind of calm that's more terrifying than rage. Ada sits. He slides a folder across the desk. She opens it. Her entire life is inside. Medical school transcripts. Family photos. Her mother's hospital records. Her apartment address. Her schedule. Everything. You're fourth in your class at Seoul National University Medical School, Ji-hoon says. Top marks in emergency medicine and trauma surgery. How did you? I know everything about people who owe me money. He leans back. Your brother owes me $200,000. Plus interest. $20,000 per month he doesn't pay. The number makes her dizzy. We don't have that kind of money, Ada says quietly. I know. Then why? Because debts must be paid. One way or another. The threat hangs in the air. Ada swallows. What do you want? You're a medical student. Nearly a doctor. I graduate in 8 months. Perfect. Ji-hoon pulls out another folder. A contract. I have a proposition. Ada's hands shake as she takes it. You will work for me for 1 year, he continues. You'll treat injuries. Perform minor surgeries. Provide medical care for my organization. You want me to be a criminal's doctor. I want you to save lives. Isn't that what doctors do? It's a trap. She knows it's a trap. But what choice does she have? What about my brother's debt, she asks. Forgiven. Completely. The moment you sign. And after the year? You're free. The debt is cleared. You never hear from us again. It sounds too good to be true. Because it is. What's the catch? Ada demands. For the first time, something flickers in Ji-hoon's eyes. Not warmth. Something else. You live here. In a secured apartment I provide. You're available 24 hours a day. You tell no one what you do or who you work for. You ask no questions. You want to own me. I want to ensure my investment is protected. I'm not an investment. I'm a person. In my world, everyone is an asset or a liability. He slides a pen across the desk. Choose which one you want to be. Ada looks at the contract. 1 year of her life. In exchange for her brother's safety. She thinks of her mother. Her family. Everything she's worked for. And she picks up the pen. 1 year, she says firmly. Then I'm done. I want it in writing that neither I nor my family will ever be contacted again. Ji-hoon nods to his assistant, who adds an addendum. Ada reads it carefully. Signs. The moment the pen leaves the paper, she feels it. The cage door closing. Welcome to your new life, Dr. Okafor, Ji-hoon says. And for just a moment, she swears she sees something in his eyes. Ada doesn't know it yet. But she just became the most important person in Kang Ji-hoon's world. Because for 8 years, he hasn't slept more than 2 hours a night. The nightmares won't let him. And he's tried everything. Everything except her. The apartment Ji-hoon provides isn't a cage. It's a gilded palace. Penthouse. 35th floor. Views of the Han River. Marble everything. Furniture that costs more than her medical school tuition. And a panic room. Just in case, the assistant, whose name is Yoon Sang-woo, explains. In case of what? In case someone comes for you. Ada's blood runs cold. Her bedroom is larger than her entire previous apartment. Walk-in closet filled with clothes in her exact size. Bathroom with a soaking tub. And bars on the windows. Invisible from outside. But there. You can't leave without security clearance, Sang-woo explains. For your safety. You mean for his control. Sang-woo doesn't deny it. The first 3 days are quiet. Too quiet. Ada studies. Tries to maintain her regular life. But she can't go to class. Ji-hoon arranged for her to take a medical leave from school. Everything is handled. She's a prisoner with expensive furniture. On the 4th night, the call comes at 2 a.m. Get dressed. You're needed. 20 minutes later, she's in a warehouse in an industrial district. Blood everywhere. 3 men injured. Gunshot wounds. Stab wounds. Ada's medical training kicks in. She works for 4 hours straight. Saves 2 lives. Loses 1. Ji-hoon watches the entire time. Silent. Observing. When she's washing blood off her hands, he approaches. You're good, he says. I'm tired. Welcome to my world. Ada turns to face him. Why me? You could hire any doctor. Pay them. Why force a medical student into this? Ji-hoon is quiet for a long moment. Because doctors who work for criminals ask questions. Make judgments. Keep records that can be used against me. He steps closer. You have motivation to stay silent. Your brother's life depends on your discretion. It's a threat wrapped in logic. And it works. Over the next 2 weeks, Ada settles into a routine. Studying during the day. Emergency calls at night. She treats knife wounds. Broken bones. Removes bullets. Stitches flesh. She saves lives of men who probably don't deserve saving. But she's a doctor. That's what doctors do. Ji-hoon is always there. Watching. Never helping. Just present. Like a ghost haunting his own operation. One night, she snaps. It's 3 a.m. She's just finished a 6-hour surgery in a makeshift operating room. A man was tortured. She put him back together. Ji-hoon is standing in the doorway. Always standing. Always watching. Do you ever sleep? She demands. No. The honesty surprises her. Why not? That's not your concern. Everything about you is my concern. You own my life for the next year. Something flickers across his face. I don't sleep because sleep brings nightmares. Nightmares bring weakness. Weakness gets people killed. It's the most personal thing he's ever said. Ada studies him. Really looks at him. Dark circles under his eyes. Tension in his shoulders. The way he holds himself like a man always ready for attack. How long has it been? She asks quietly. Since what? Since you slept through the night? Ji-hoon's jaw tightens. 8 years. That'll kill you. I know. Then why? Because the alternative is worse. He walks away before she can ask what he means. But Ada can't let it go. She's a healer. It's in her nature. And Kang Ji-hoon is the most wounded person she's ever met. 3 weeks into her servitude, Ada discovers something. Ji-hoon's penthouse is in the same building as hers. Top floor. And at 4 a.m., she hears it. Music. Piano. Haunting. Melancholy. Beautiful. She follows the sound. His door is open. Just slightly. She shouldn't go in. Shouldn't invade his privacy. But the music. The music sounds like pain turned into art. Ji-hoon sits at a grand piano in a massive living room. The space is even more minimalist than his office. Almost empty. Like a man who doesn't allow himself to have things he might love. He's playing Chopin. Nocturne in E-flat major. His eyes are closed. For once, his face isn't a mask. It's anguished. Ada stands in the doorway, transfixed. When the piece ends, he doesn't open his eyes. You shouldn't be here, he says quietly. Your door was open. It's always open. No one is stupid enough to enter. I'm apparently very stupid. The corner of his mouth twitches. Almost a smile. You play beautifully, Ada says. It's the only time I feel anything. The confession hangs between them. The nightmares, Ada ventures. What are they about? Ji-hoon's hands rest on the keys. Silent. 8 years ago, I made a mistake, he finally says. A child died because of me. A little girl. 6 years old. Wrong place. Wrong time. Collateral damage in a war I started. Ada's breath catches. I see her every time I close my eyes, he continues. Hear her crying. Watch her die over and over. The piano is the only thing that quiets her voice. He opens his eyes. Looks at Ada. And for the first time, she sees him. Not the Ice King. Not the monster. Just a man drowning in guilt. I'm sorry, she whispers. Don't be. I deserve every nightmare. No one deserves to suffer like that. You don't know what I've done. I know you're human. And humans aren't meant to carry that alone. Ji-hoon stands abruptly. You should go. But Ada doesn't move. Instead, she does something crazy. She starts to hum a Nigerian lullaby. One her grandmother sang to her as a child. Ji-hoon freezes. What are you doing? His voice is rough. Something my grandmother did when I couldn't sleep. When the bad thoughts came. She continues humming. The melody is simple. Soothing. Ji-hoon's eyes close again. And for the first time in 8 years, his shoulders relax. Just slightly. When the song ends, he opens his eyes. Again, he whispers. It's not a command. It's a plea. So Ada sings. And Kang Ji-hoon, the Ice King, the most feared man in Seoul's underworld, listens like a child seeking comfort. After that night, everything changes. Ji-hoon starts requesting her presence. Not for medical emergencies. Just presence. Come to my apartment at midnight, he'll text. And she goes. She sings. He listens. Sometimes for hours. She learns his favorite songs. Learns which melodies calm him most. He never asks her to sing. Never demands. But the need in his eyes is desperate. This is unhealthy, she tells him one night. You're becoming dependent on me. I know. It's not sustainable. I know that too. Then why? Because for 2 hours after you sing, I can sleep. Really sleep. No nightmares. No ghosts. Just peace. He looks at her. Do you know what that's worth to a man who hasn't known peace in 8 years? Everything, Ada whispers. Everything, he agrees. They're crossing a line. Both of them know it. Boss and employee. Captor and captive. But somewhere in the darkness of 3 a.m., those lines blur. One night, after she finishes singing, Ji-hoon falls asleep. Right there on the couch. Ada should leave. Go back to her apartment. Instead, she stays. Watches him sleep. His face, usually so cold and controlled, looks younger. Vulnerable. She reaches out. Almost touches his cheek. Stops herself. What is she doing? This man owns her. Controls her. Forced her into this life. But he's also broken. Suffering. And she's drawn to broken things. Always has been. That's when she realizes. She's in trouble. Because Kang Ji-hoon isn't just her captor anymore. He's becoming something else. Something dangerous. 6 weeks into her contract, Ada is called to an emergency. Not a medical one. A meeting. Ji-hoon's office. Full of men in expensive suits. His inner circle. This is Dr. Okafor, Ji-hoon introduces her. She's under my protection. Anyone who touches her answers to me personally. The warning is clear. But one man, older, scarred, smirks. The boss has a new pet, he says in Korean. Ada understands Korean better than they think. Ji-hoon's response is swift. He's across the room in seconds, the man pinned against the wall. She is not a pet. She is essential to this organization. Disrespect her again, and you're out. The violence in his voice is terrifying. The man nods quickly. Ji-hoon releases him. Later, when they're alone, Ada confronts him. You didn't have to do that. Yes, I did. Why? I'm just your employee. Ji-hoon looks at her for a long moment. No, he says quietly. You're not. He doesn't elaborate. Doesn't need to. The truth is in his eyes. She's become something more. And that's when the real danger begins. Everything falls apart on a Tuesday. Ada is in her apartment, studying, when Sang-woo bursts in. Pack a bag. Now. We're moving you. What? Why? Rival organization. They know about you. They know you're important to the boss. Ada's blood runs cold. Important how? Sang-woo gives her a look. You really don't know? Know what? He hasn't slept more than 2 hours a night in 8 years. Until you. Now he sleeps 4-5 hours when you sing. He's sharper. More focused. More dangerous. Sang-woo grabs her arm. You've become his weakness. And in this world, weaknesses get exploited. I'm just. You're everything. Now move. They make it to the car. They don't make it to the safe house. The attack happens fast. Gunfire. Tires screeching. Sang-woo shielding her. Ada hits the ground. Pain explodes in her shoulder. She's been shot. The last thing she sees before darkness takes her is Ji-hoon's face. Twisted with an emotion she's never seen before. Terror. Ji-hoon receives the call during a meeting. They took Dr. Okafor. For words that shatter his world. He doesn't remember leaving the building. Doesn't remember the drive. Just knows that if she dies, the nightmares will never stop. Because she's become the only thing keeping him human. He finds the attack site. Blood on the pavement. Sang-woo injured but alive. They took her alive, he reports. They want to trade her for your territory. Ji-hoon's hands shake. He never shakes. Where? Warehouse in Incheon. They're waiting for your answer. Ji-hoon's answer is simple. Gather everyone. We go to war. Ji-hoon doesn't negotiate. He attacks. 40 men. Full tactical assault. Because Ada was right. Some things are worth more than power. Some things are worth dying for. He finds her tied to a chair in a cold warehouse. Blood on her face. Shoulder bleeding. But alive. Conscious. And when she sees him, relief floods her face. You came, she whispers. Always. The man holding her, Park Min-soo, leader of the rival clan, laughs. The Ice King finally has a heart. How disappointing. Ji-hoon's gun is already drawn. Let her go. Give me Gangnam. Give me your operations. Then maybe. Ji-hoon fires. Doesn't kill him. Not yet. Shoulder wound. Mirroring Ada's. You touched what's mine, Ji-hoon says coldly. There's no negotiation. No mercy. Just consequences. What follows is brutal. Ji-hoon fights like a man possessed. His people flood the warehouse. In the chaos, he reaches Ada. Cuts her free. Can you walk? I think so. Then run. Don't look back. What about you? I'll be right behind you. It's a lie. He has no intention of leaving until every man who touched her is dead. But Ada doesn't run. She grabs his arm. I'm not leaving you. Ada. 8 years you've been alone. I'm not letting you be alone now. Something in Ji-hoon breaks. Stubborn woman, he mutters. I learned from the best. They fight their way out together. Him protecting her. Her refusing to let him sacrifice himself. They make it to the car. Barely. Ji-hoon has 3 bullet wounds. Knife wound. He's losing blood fast. Ada's medical training kicks in. Drive, she shouts to Sang-woo. Hospital. Now. No hospital, Ji-hoon gasps. Can't, questions. Then my apartment. I'll treat you there. Ada. Shut up. I'm the doctor. You're the patient. For once, I'm in charge. Despite the pain, Ji-hoon smiles. Yes, ma'am. Ada works on Ji-hoon for 6 hours. Removes bullets. Stitches wounds. Stops the bleeding. He stays conscious the whole time. Refusing medication. Watching her. Why won't you take the painkillers, she demands. Because I want to feel this. That's insane. I want to remember. Want to know what it costs to protect you. Ada's hands shake. When she's finally done, they're both exhausted. Ji-hoon lies on her couch. Ada sits on the floor beside him. Thank you, he whispers. For what? For not running. For staying. For. He closes his eyes. For making me want to live again. Ada's breath catches. Ji-hoon. I know I'm your captor. I know you're here because I forced you. I know you probably hate me. I don't hate you. He opens his eyes. You should. I should do a lot of things. Should run. Should hate you. Should count the days until my contract ends. She reaches out. Touches his face. But somewhere between the singing and the nightmares and the 3 a.m. conversations. I forgot to protect my heart. Ji-hoon goes very still. What are you saying? I'm saying I'm in love with you. And I'm terrified. Because loving you could destroy me. It will, he says hoarsely. Ada, being close to me will only bring you pain. You've already brought me pain. But you've also brought me purpose. Made me feel alive. This is Stockholm Syndrome. You're confused. Don't tell me what I feel. Her voice is fierce. I'm a doctor. I understand psychology. This isn't captivity creating false attachment. This is me, seeing you, all of you, and choosing to love you anyway. Ji-hoon's hand comes up. Cups her face. I don't deserve you. Probably not. But you have me anyway. I'm trying to get out, he whispers. This life. This violence. I've been planning it for months. Building legitimate businesses. Preparing an exit. Why? Because I want to be the kind of man who deserves your songs. Your smiles. Your love. His thumb strokes her cheek. I want to sleep beside you without fear that my enemies will hurt you to hurt me. Tears stream down Ada's face. Then do it. Get out. We'll figure it out together. It'll take time. I have time. Your contract is up in 11 months. Then I have 11 months to help you become free. Ji-hoon pulls her down. Kisses her. It's not gentle. It's desperate. Claiming. A man who's found something precious and refuses to let go. When they break apart, both are breathless. Sleep, Ada whispers. I'll sing. Stay with me. Always. She sings him to sleep. And for the first time, Kang Ji-hoon sleeps without nightmares. Because the voice in his head isn't the little girl anymore. It's Ada. Singing him home. Ada's contract officially ends on a Wednesday. Ji-hoon hands her the papers. Signed. Official. You're free, he says. She tears them up. I was never in a cage, she says. I was exactly where I chose to be. The underground empire has been dismantled. Piece by piece. Ji-hoon still has his businesses. But they're legitimate now. Clean. He's no longer the Ice King. Just Ji-hoon. A man who sleeps through the night because the woman he loves sings him lullabies. Ada graduated medical school. Top of her class. She now runs a clinic for underserved populations. Funded by a mysterious anonymous donor. Ji-hoon's way of atonement. Her brother finished his own degree. Sober. Grateful. Alive. And every night, Ada comes home. Not to a gilded cage. But to a simple apartment they chose together. Where a piano sits by the window. Where Ji-hoon plays, and she sings. Where two broken people found healing in each other. Sing for me, he whispers, pulling her close. Always, she promises. And in the darkness of their bedroom, Ada sings. Not because she has to, but because she wants to. Because love isn't a debt. It's a choice. And every day, they choose each other. They say everyone has a price. But what Ada and Ji-hoon learned is different. Some things can't be bought. Some debts can't be paid with money. Only with time. With trust. With the courage to be vulnerable. Ada walked into that office expecting to sell a year of her life. Instead, she bought a lifetime of love. With a man who learned that monsters can become human again. If someone loves them enough to sing away the darkness. If this story of healing, redemption, and love against all odds moved you, subscribe for more romantic stories that prove love can transform even the darkest souls. Comment below, would you sacrifice a year of your life for someone you love? What would your price be? And if you believe in second chances and the power of love to heal, we have an entire playlist of stories that will make you believe in romance again. Thanks for watching. Remember, the most powerful debt we can pay is the debt of love. See you in the next story.